Welcome to part 3 of our D2L video series. My name is Adam Griever in the Office of E-Learning at ETSU. In order to get the best view of these videos, you may want to click the gear in the bottom right corner of your YouTube player and select HD 720. You may also want to expand it out to full screen so that you can see it well. In this video, we're going to focus on the course administration tools of your D2L course. Quick links to the various course administration tools can be found here on the right side of the page in the course administration widget. If you know which tool you're looking for, you can simply click the link here to jump to that particular tool. Otherwise, you can come up here to the Edit Course button and see a listing of all of the course administration tools, as well as a brief description of what that particular tool does. In this video, we're only going to look at some of the major tools that I think you really need to know about. The first tool that we're going to look at is Course Offering Information. If you click on the link here, it's going to take you to this page. On this page, you can set the start date and the end date of your D2L course. These dates will be pushed out for you by default, and they will be set to the first day of the semester and the last day of the semester. But if you choose you want to open your course a little early or close it a little late, you can always manually come in here and change these dates. You want to make sure that the active checkbox stays checked, because this is basically the on-off switch for the course. If it's unchecked, students would not be able to access the course. Down at the bottom, you can always change the default color scheme. If you make any changes on any page in D2L, you want to be sure to click the Save button. When you do this, you're going to get the notification in the bottom right corner that your changes have been saved successfully. We can now return back to the Edit Course screen to talk about a few of the other tools. The next tool that we're going to talk about is the navigation tool in D2L. The navigation controls the links that you'll see along the top of the nav bar. If we choose the navigation tool, it's going to take us to this page. The course default is the nav bar that the course is using by default. In order to make changes to it, we first have to make a copy of it. To do that, we can click the little page icon right here, and it's going to create a copy. You'll see now that I have a copy of the course default. I now need to tell D2L that I want to use the copy, and I do that up here under Active Navbar. I click Change, then select the copy, and click Apply. And then I choose Set Active. Nothing has changed on my navbar, but now D2L is using the copy. Now we can add new tools to our navbar. To do this, we simply go into the copy of course default that we just created. On this first page, if I wanted to, I could rename the navbar. Click Save. And then to add new tools to the navbar, I come under the Links tab. You'll notice that the Links tab is broken down into 4 different areas: top left link area, top right, bottom left, and bottom right. These correspond to the 4 different corners of the navbar. You'll notice that top left, I have my home, links, groups, class list, calendar, and email, and these correspond to the different links that I have here in the top left link area. If I wanted to add a new tool to this bottom left corner of my navbar, I could scroll down and click the Add Links button here. This is going to present me with a list of all the different tools that are available in D2L. There are quite a bit of tools that are not enabled by default that you could come in here and decide you would like to use, such as the blog, maybe a chat room, a course builder, and many others, such as the FAQ, glossary. I'm going to scroll down and add the rubrics tool. I simply check the box next to the tool and click Add. I now see that it has been added to the list of links here in the bottom left link area. I can also click the little arrow and move it left or right, or simply remove it entirely from my navbar. To see the changes that I've made, I just simply need to come up to the top, and you'll notice that it's not on my navbar just yet. If I click somewhere on the course, it will refresh the screen and allow this new link to show up. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Edit Course button, and you'll notice after I do this that the rubrics link has now shown up. The next tool that I would like to talk to you about is the Import-Export Copy Components tool. This tool is a really great way to move materials from a previous course that you've taught in another semester that you just want to move everything that was in that course forward to this course. This can also be used as a way if you're teaching multiple sections of the same course in one semester to duplicate the material across multiple sections without having to recreate everything individually in each section. To use the tool, we're simply going to click into it. We're going to use the first option here, copy components from another org unit, and click the next button. This is going to take me to a page where I'll have a drop-down menu of all the different courses that I have access to. I find the course that I want to copy from my list of courses. If you've been here long, you could potentially have a lot of courses to look through. One tip that you can use is to use these numbers at the very end to look for the year, so 2011, and 80 here designates the fall semester. 10 at the end would designate the spring semester, and 50 at the end would designate the summer semester. So once you find the course that you would like to copy from, you can select it, and the screen is going to refresh, showing you all the different components that are in that particular section. I can then scroll down and choose individual tools that I would like to copy over into this course, or simply select all and bring over everything. If I come down to the bottom, I can click the next button. This is going to give me a confirmation screen showing me all the things that I'm getting ready to copy over. If I come down and click next one more time, these items will be copied into my course. We can go ahead and return back to the Edit Course screen to talk about some other tools. The last tool that I would like to talk about in this video is the Manage Dates tool. We can find it right here, and if we click into it, it's going to take us to a page that looks like this. This is a tool that you can use to move all of the different components of your course forward. So basically, if you have a start date and an end date assigned to different content items, different discussion boards, Dropbox folders, or assessments, you can come here and move the start and the end dates forward all from one place. What this allows you to do is use the tool that I just showed you a minute ago to copy components from a previous semester and move them into this new course, and then I can come to the Manage Dates tool and move the dates for the start and the end date of all of these different components forward in one step. To do this, we're simply going to either select all the tools at once or choose specific tools if I just want to move the start and the end dates forward for a particular thing. I'm going to go ahead and leave mine selected to all. I'll come down and choose this checkbox right here to select all the items in the course, which we can see here. I can then use the Offset Dates button to move the start and the end date forward X number of days. So if I knew how many days I needed to move all of my dates forward from, say, the fall semester to the spring semester, I could come in, type in the number of days between those two semesters, and click Save. And now all of the items in my course would be moved forward that many number of days in one step. This can save you a lot of time as opposed to having to go into each one of these items individually and adjust the start and the end dates for each one of these items. Let's now return back to the Edit Course menu one last time. Now you'll notice that there are a few more tools on this page that we have not talked about. These other tools are still important, but just for time's sake we're not going to focus on them in this video. In our next video we're going to look at the class list and some of the things that you can do using that tool.